Hey guys. So I didn't update when I had hoped to. I thought I was gonna maybe even film us going into the retrieval and stuff, but I didn't really have it in me and I just haven't. So I look a mess today because I got off work. I didn't wear makeup. I was running late, so I look kind of crazy. But here's the update so far. So last Wednesday we did our egg retrieval, and we were running late, which I felt really bad about because you're supposed to be 30 minutes early, and they make sure that you know that. So I felt really bad because, as you guys know, we live 2 hours away from our fertility specialist. Well, we live 3.5 hours away from the facility where they do the procedures. So, because our doctor doesn't do it in office, he has a really little office and not as much staff, so they don't do it there. So last Wednesday we woke up and left the house, I think at like 4 or 4:30 in the morning. So our appointment was at 8:30 and we were supposed to be there at 8. So we left at like 4 or 4:30, something like that. And we drove straight there, but there's a lot of, there's a lot, but there's toll roads. We passed 2 or 3 to get there, so that slowed us down a little bit. And then we've never been there, and we didn't realize how complicated the hospital was that they do it at. So when we got there, we were in the right place, but we couldn't find the building. But eventually we found it. I had to call my nurse's cell phone and have her give me directions on how to get in there. And thankfully they were running a little bit late too, so I thought it would be fine. But then when we got up there, the people in the building, I can tell, were kind of frustrated. So I felt really bad, but I had no idea how to get around there. So eventually we got there and everybody was super duper nice. We went straight back to pre-op, and there was another lady. I can't even remember. I think I was the first one there. So there was nobody in the room when I first got there. And Scotty came back with me, and then they started my IV. They couldn't get it in my left hand, so then they went to my right hand and got an IV in that. Or wait, they couldn't go to my right hand, so they went to my left hand and got an IV. I still have a pretty killer bruise from it, as you can see. And I mean, that was the least of my worries, but it's still so bad. Look at that. So we got the IV started, and I met the anesthesiologist, who was so nice, and he just kind of updated us on what would happen. And if you guys have never seen my wisdom tooth video, I am a complete lunatic after anesthetics, and I was as well this time, so that was fun. But I got to talk to my doctor and my nurse, and I met everyone before going in. They wheeled me in, and I remember once I got in there, them talking about, my drive here, and oh, if you drive, they were just small talk basically about where all of us live and stuff, and then I don't remember anything after that. So I must have went out pretty quickly. And then my nurse, she writes the number they retrieved on your hand, because you get some forgetfulness with anesthesia, so she always writes it on your hand, so you're not asking your husband 400 times. So but I remembered that, and I kept looking at my hand knowing that she writes it on there, which was really good. So we retrieved 17 eggs that day, which is so exciting. I was so thrilled. 17 is a good number. And I kept saying, I'm going to hope for 18. 18 is a really good number, so I'm going to hope for that. And then the nurse, before I went in, she told them to be prepared to retrieve 12 to 15, and then we got 17. So it was really exciting. The other girl that I'm cycling with was there when I got back, getting ready to do hers. And so I wished her luck. And then there was another couple next to us who was doing their transfer that day. So that was really exciting. And I was wishing them luck as well. And then, so yeah, 17, I was really super excited. And then once I came to, I was starving. So they finished giving me fluids and then let me leave finally, I was not sore at all. I didn't feel any pain. I felt fine. I was like, I thought they were saying this was going to be sore and everything, and like then the nurse was like, oh, you may be a little bit sore, just use some ice and so on and so forth. And I was like, okay. But once we got home, I was in a lot of pain. It was a little bit more than kind of sore. And I ended up going ahead and taking the next day off of work, which I was going to go back to work. But that didn't work out, obviously, because I was in such pain. That night, I still did my Lupron injection, and then I started bromocriptine, which is a vaginal medicine, which I now hate. But we'll get more into that. And then the next day, I started a baby aspirin once a day. We got an update that of the 17, 16 were good. 16, they were able to use 16. Then of those 16, 13 fertilized, which is insane, guys. That's so awesome. I was so excited, and we were pumped up. We told, if you have me on Instagram, I've been updating a lot more there. That link is in my on my profile page here. So yeah, we ended up having 13 fertilized, and they continued to update us. Then they told us that they were able to freeze 6, discard 2, and then 5 were still holding on. They were still watching them. Today, I got the final update that we have a total of 7 embryos frozen. What? That's crazy. I was so excited. So of the 5 that they were watching, there was just 1 more to freeze. So altogether, we have 7 embryos. It's amazing to me. Like, how crazy is that they can do that now? Like, it's just so awesome. And as you guys know, we're doing a freeze-all, so we actually won't transfer until about November-ish. I did the Lupron just until I finished my vial, which was last night. And then the bromocriptine, here's the thing with the bromocriptine. If any of you have ever been on it, I want to know if you had any of the side effects. Let me know, because I really hate it. And I'm supposed to do 2 weeks of it, so I'm just like dealing with it. But I have had the worst nausea. I've had projectile vomiting. I have had horrible stomach cramping and really bad dizziness, to the point where I think I'm going to pass out several times. It happens at home, it happens at work, it happens, like, I can feel fine and go out and do something, and then I can start to feel like dizzy and stuff. So that kind of stinks, and I hate it a lot. But I haven't been able to eat much because my stomach kind of hurts really bad still. Not anymore, like from the egg retrieval, but like it just hurts. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm still bloated. And I can't eat much, and even if I do eat much, I get really sick and nauseous. So I really hate that medicine, honestly, but it's nothing I haven't dealt with before, and it's 2 weeks, so I'm going to finish it, obviously. And then I'm doing the baby aspirin. So I've been taking meclizine to help with the nausea, and I am doing like all my regular meds again. So not too much has really changed as far as that goes, and I don't know what's to come. I do know that my nurse said they're going to do oral estrogen with me. So I'll have to get in touch with them and find out, this timeline, because I don't really know what to look for, what to expect. And I just know we're hoping to just like help slow down this overproduction that's been going on. So there's the update. We have 7 embryos. It's so exciting. I'm really, really glad, and my husband's super excited, and we've just been talking a lot about it because it just feels so surreal. For those of you who don't know anything about IVF, I'm talking mostly to my family and friends. A lot of people think that means that's how many embryos we're implanting. No, we're not going to implant 7 embryos. That's just not going to happen. So we'll talk more with our doctor and decide what's best, but we have in mind like to implant too, but we haven't really talked about that much. So yeah, we're not implanting 7 embryos. And I will keep you guys updated from what I hear from my nurse and or my doctor. And thank you guys for following our journey. You can still get shirts. Our campaign relaunched, which is just another insane thing that just blows my mind. People are amazing. So that link will be in the description box. You can click that. You can go and get our t-shirts. They say it takes a village on the front and have on the back a symbol of fingers crossed. So they're really cute, and I hear they're extremely comfortable. I know mine is really comfortable. I have the premium tee. And some people have asked like how they fit. They all fit really true to size, but I've heard that the slouchy tank, if you're bigger breasted, to get a size up. So in case you're wondering about that. Thanks everyone, and we'll keep you posted.